Hello friends, welcome to BISP Solution. My name is Lokesh Gandhi. In today's session, we are going to learn about how to import a opportunity revenue line using the macro file provided by Oracle. The steps for download the macro for importing the opportunities: sign in to support.oracle.com, search for this article number. In details section, download the .jar file and macro file to the same directory on your desktop and make sure Java is installed on your computer. Opportunity import steps. We use two different Excel macro to import opportunities in two stages. First one is use the opportunity import macro to import opportunities minus the revenue line. This is already we covered in our previous video. So please watch my previous video. And second one is use the opportunity revenue line import macro to import the revenue line. This stage, the second one is stage is we will cover in today's session. So before you start, make sure the Excel macro file and jar file you downloaded from the Oracle support website are in the same directory. Let's see. Here you can see that both files are in the same directory on the desktop. Let's open it, the revenue import macro file. Let's start with the status. If you want to modify the opportunity status, then enter the status code and the status in the appropriate column. And if you want to modify the less win-loss reason, then click the win-loss reason worksheet and enter the code and value in the appropriate column. Let's click the resource email to ID mapping. Click on that. Click on populate resource attribute from server. Click on that. Let's copy the host name from the URL between the HTTP and / copy this host name and paste it over here. Enter the username and password. Click on submit. This process populate the worksheet with the information about the resource you assign to owner of the opportunity revenue line you are importing. Here you can see that the worksheet populate with the resource data. This resource email should be unique. Now, if you want to import additional fields, including the custom field, then click on attribute mapping worksheet. Click on the fetch attribute from the server. Click on submit. Attribute refreshed successfully. In the empty row, let's enter the attribute from the attribute name column. From the list, you can select one of them. Let's select update flag. This name display only in the macro, and this attribute display as the column heading in the opportunity revenue worksheet. Let's click on the header update. Header update successfully. Let's have a look on opportunity revenue. You can see that the update flag attribute added over here. Let's enter the opportunity data. Revenue number. Leave this column blank. This unique identifier for the revenue line number is automatically populated by the macro when you initiate the macro by clicking the generate import activity. Opportunity number. Enter the opportunity number linked to the revenue line you are entering. You can copy the number from the opportunity number column in the opportunity macro import file. Let's move on to the opportunity macro file. This is the opportunity import macro file. Let's open it. Let's copy the opportunity number from here. Copy that and paste it over here. Skip this column. Let's enter the product number. Let's move on to the application and click on the navigator button. In sales, click on product. This is the product number. Let's enter this product number in the macro file. Let's enter the currency code. Status. Select the status of the opportunity revenue line from the list of the value or enter one of the status manually. We go with the open status. Win-loss reason, let's skip this. Let's enter the actual close date. We can enter the actual close date in MMDDYY format. Honor email. Let's enter the honor email. The email must be one of the email address in the resource email to ID mapping worksheet. Click on that. Copy this honor email number. And paste it over here. Let's enter the quantity. Enter the number of product or product group that the customer is interested in. Estimate price, enter the estimate price per unit for product group or product. Leave the amount blank. The macro automatically calculate the amount when you are import. I'm done with my entries. Let's click on the create import activity. Click on submit. After the import activity gets submitted successfully, you can monitor the import progress by clicking on activity details. The file import activity was submitted successfully. Click OK. Let's click on activity details in order to monitor the import progress. Click on refresh button or change the status of the import progress. Right now the status is preparing data for import. Click on refresh button again and again. Here you can see that the import progress gets completed. You can generate the log file by clicking on generate log button. Click on that. A log file gets generated. Click OK. Let's move on to the application to see whether this revenue line imported or not. Click on Opportunity tab. This is the opportunity which we imported in our previous video, and the opportunity revenue lines link with this opportunity. Click on that. Scroll down. In product section, you can see that the product gets imported. Green server 3000 and the estimate price, the amount gets imported. This is how you can import the opportunity revenue line using the micro file provided by the Oracle. Thanks for watching this video. Thank you so much.